Hi everyone, my name is Kate. Welcome back to my wondernetting channel. In today's video we're gonna crochet a scarf. It's time for autumn projects. By the way, I have a crochet autumn playlist. Check it out. Knitted version of this scarf is trending right now. I don't know the name of the creator who made the scarf. If you know, please let me know in the comments. I decided why not to make something like that, but in crochet version. But actually I want to make knitted one as well. This scarf is so easy, guys. You can make one in one evening, I guess. I made mine in 2 days, but I have a little baby, so you definitely can make in 1 day. So let's get started. The writing pattern with the charts you will find in the iSTITCHER app. This is an app my husband created for our crochet knitting community. In this app you can create your own crochet and knitting charts, use different calculators that will help you while you knitting and crocheting, like gauge calculator, wool calculator, and there are a lot of calculators in there. And also you can just save your projects in there, like just photos of your project, materials you used, and maybe some notes how you made this. So yeah, definitely check it out. The link will be in the description below this video or in the first pinned comment. Let's get started. Fall is coming, and this time of year always makes me want to get creative and make something with my hands. I don't know about you, but I definitely get the feeling. This time I wanted to make a little fall themed keychain. I'll be using the iCard machine from Kato. You guys know how much I love their products. Just look at my closet. It's basically filled with Kato stuff. So today let's make this little fall keychain together. I'm using the iCard machine. I'm guessing you can already tell what I'm making just by looking at my yarn colors. These iCards are actually great for so many different DIY projects, not just keychains. You can also use them as drawstring or cords for clothes, and I use them pretty often in my own projects. They're super quick and easy to make, and depending on the yarn you use, you can make thicker or thinner cords. The machine also has 3-speed setting, which is really convenient. I'm also going to use some wire to put inside the cords so I can shape them however I want. And I'll need a hot glue gun to put everything together. I'm threading the wire through the cords, twisting them into these little curly shapes, and then gluing everything together with the hot glue. And here's the little pumpkin I ended up with. You can just add a keychain to it and use it as a cute little fall accessory. This is just one example of what you can make with iCards, and if you want to try the machine yourself, you can use my code WONDER for 10% off. The link will be in the description below this video. So happy crafting this fall! For this scarf we'll need 2 skeins of yarn. I'm using Fluffy Day by Hobby in white. I'll leave a link to this yarn in the description below this video. Each 100-gram skein has 285 meters of yarn. I'm also using 6mm crochet hook to make the scarf nice and airy. So we are starting with the easiest part, making the triangle. This part is pretty simple, but there's a specific pattern we need to follow to get the right triangle shape for a scarf. Start with a slip knot and chain 2. Insert a hook into the first chain, yarn over, pull through, and you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Pull through both loops. Then insert your hook right here into the first loop of the stitch we just made and work another single crochet. Remember this little combination because we'll start every row like this. It helps keep the edge of the scarf nice and clean without any holes. Now into this same first stitch we'll work 2 more double crochets. So we have a total of 3 double crochets in the first stitch. Turn your work. Without chain 1, insert your hook right into the first stitch and work single crochet. Then insert your hook into the first loop of that single crochet and work another single crochet. Again, this is how we'll start every row. Now into the same stitch work 2 more double crochets, so we have 3 double crochets in the first stitch. Then we work 1 double crochet into each stitch across, and into the last stitch we work 3 double crochets again. Turn your work and start the row as usual. This is our first double crochet, and into the same place make another double crochet. So we have here only 2 double crochets. Then work 1 double crochet into each stitch across, and into the very last stitch work 2 double crochets as well. So we'll always make our increases only in the first and last stitch. In all the stitches in between, we'll work 1 double crochet. Turn your work, and this time we'll work 3 double crochets into the first stitch. Then 1 double crochet into each stitch across, and 3 double crochets into the last stitch. So basically the logic is really simple. In one row we make 2 double crochets in the first and last stitch. In the next row we'll make 3 double crochets in the first and last stitch. We just keep alternating between 2 and 3. This way the triangle will expand evenly and take on the right shape for a scarf. So just keep going in the same way, making increases in every row and alternating between 2 and 3 double crochets until you are happy with the size of your scarf. I recommend making it at least 1.5 meters wide along the longest edge. You can definitely make it even bigger if you want, so it covers your back nicely and gives you enough length to tie it comfortably in the front. And this is how my triangle turned out. It's about 1.5 meters, maybe closer to 1.4 meters across. It'll stretch out a little more once we block it, and we'll also be adding the border, so I didn't really measure it exactly, I just eyeballed the width. So far I used about 1 skein of yarn for this triangle. Now we can start working on the border. Make a slip knot, and right here along the edge insert your hook into the middle of the stitch. Chain 1, then work 1 single crochet into the same spot. Next chain 3 and work a single crochet into the base of the next row. Again chain 3 and work 1 single crochet into the base of the next row. And again, chain 3, single crochet in the base of the next row. Keep repeating this all the way along the edge on both sides of the triangle. The single crochet always goes into the base of the next row. When you reach the corner, just turn and continue working into the tops of the rows. And here's what mine looks like once I finished the first part of the border. Now chain 3 and work a single crochet into the first chain 3 space. Into the next space work 7 double crochets. Then a single crochet into the next space, followed by 7 double crochets into the next one. Keep alternating 1 single crochet, then 7 double crochets, all the way to the end of the chain spaces. For my very last space, I also worked 7 double crochets. Now chain 3 and turn your work. Into the very first stitch, start a double crochet but don't finish it, leave 2 loops on your hook. Then work double crochet into the same stitch but don't finish that one either, so you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through all 3 loops at once. Then chain 2. In the next stitch we are going to make a cluster of 3 double crochets. Work each double crochet without finishing it, and once you'll have 4 loops on your hook, pull through all 4 at once. Then chain 2. Do the same thing in the next stitch. Keep working these clusters all the way across the shell. Whenever you got to a single crochet from the previous row, work a single crochet into it, then chain 2 and continue with the next cluster. So basically it's 1 cluster, chain 2, 1 cluster, chain 2, following the stitches from the previous row, and This is what creates those cute ruffles and gives the border that beautiful wavy shape. Keep going all the way to the end, and at the very end chain 1 and cut your yarn. All that's left to do is now viewing the ends, and here's how my scarf turns out. Let's block it a little bit. I'm just going over the scarf with a steam iron, gently stretching it as I go so it becomes a little more airy and lightweight. Make sure to steam the ruffles really well too, so they soften up and open out nicely. And here's the finished scarf. It's super trendy right now, and you can literally make it in one evening or maybe two, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I think it looks really stylish with a little vintage feel to it, and you definitely don't have to use acrylic yarn. You can try making it with a mohair using the exact same technique, and it'll turn out even lighter, fluffier and more delicate. Let me know what you think of this scarf in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. I thank you for watching this video. I'm sure you did it well. If you have any questions, feel free to add them in the comments or DM me on my Instagram. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, kiddos!